Safety first. As you know, seat belts and airbags have saved thousands upon thousands of lives. Welcome back to Get Connected. I'm your host, Con Jackson, and we're excited to reveal to you a brand new innovation to airbags that are going to save even more lives. Joining us now from GM is James Bell. Welcome.
Hi, Con. How are you?
Well, James, last time we talked to you, you had a car beside you in some fancy showroom. Today, it looks like they've got you in a nice, quaint, quiet corner.
Well, I know. This is a tough one to keep awake for. I gotta tell you, they got a nice, comfortable chair here for me.
Well, James, one thing we've come to expect at GM is your innovation in safety, and we're excited to have you with us because you're going to reveal something in the airbag category.
Yeah, you know, GM's whole philosophy is to protect our passengers before, during, and after a crash. And after I saw this new technology that we just introduced, demonstrated in Detroit a few weeks ago, I was really kind of personally shaken inside. I really felt, I guess you could say, exposed in my vehicle from that day forward because it doesn't have this technology yet. And what this is an airbag that actually comes out from the seat back between the driver and the passenger. 29% of fatalities in side impact crashes come from injury sustained that this airbag is designed to address. And so I think, you know, the numbers are there, the idea is there, it just seems like a bit of a head-slapping no-brainer. There's already airbags all over the cars. I mean, our smallest car, the Chevrolet Sonic, has 11 airbags already. So we've already got a great amount of protection, but this space between, again, the driver and the passenger was not addressed until today. So I'm very proud of General Motors. I think this is a great idea.
All right, James, I'm just curious, as GM was developing this new airbag, did it have a super secret coded name?
We're just calling it the front and center airbag at this point. It's going to be introduced on the 2013 GMC Acadia and Buick Enclave. You know, these are our larger crossover vehicles, which are quite often not used as commuter vehicles. They've got families and passengers in them, so we think that's the best way to introduce this technology to the marketplace. And then we're hoping to get it rolled out into other vehicles going forward. Not only is it something we're glad for GM vehicles, but it's an industry first. And NHTSA has already come out and given us a commendation for doing this. We're hoping that other manufacturers are watching this and will join in because, again, 29% of fatalities are sustained by injuries that this airbag is there to address. And so we think that's well worth the effort.
I'll say, with 11 airbags, take us back a step and tell us about the history of the airbag.
Sure, the airbag's been around for, I guess, 3 to probably almost 4 decades now. When it first came out, it was kind of looked sideways at it. There was a concern about the fact that there's a small explosive device inside the unit, which is what pushes the airbag out. You know, there was concerns that maybe the airbag would pop out unexpectedly and cause an accident all by itself. That hasn't proven true, and it's really become an accepted part of all safety systems in all cars. In fact, in our Chevrolet Sonic, I recently saw one where all the airbags were inflated so you could see what it'd be like in the moment of a crash. And it's really as if you're in a cocoon with the airbag that comes out of the sides and down at your footwell to protect your knees. And now with this new airbag, I mean, it's in that moment of you know, high impact crash, you're really wrapped up pretty tight in all vehicles now. So it's an important technology, and it's something that you never want to know about, but you're really glad it's there when you need it.
Now, one thing's for certain, James, we all need airbags in our cars, but when it comes to the other safety criteria, what do you have on your list as you're looking for a new car?
Well, I would say you want to look at what sort of ratings you know, the traffic agencies have put on it. Most of GM's vehicles are 4 to 5 star rated, so that's always important to check. Airbags is an important part. I mean, it's becoming more and more standard. In fact, I expect that at some point this front center airbag that we're discussing today will become standard issue on most vehicles as well. You know, it's good to know that today's cars are really built to standards that they weren't just a very short time ago. In fact, small cars, a lot of people think that could be a bit of a dangerous place to be in an accident. And obviously there is a degree of you know, physics involved when a small car hits a larger car, but the small cars have been engineered using technology and philosophies that we've learned from the larger cars. So a lot of the impact energy can be passed around the passengers and just part of the structure of the vehicle. So there are very few unsafe cars to find on the road today, but any car that has a couple extra airbags is probably not the worst idea.
All right, James, you got to lay sight on an actual demonstration involving this airbag. Tell us what it was like.
It was shaking. In fact, there were quite a few other people in the room who, kind of had their head bowed, just imagining what happens in an accident. One of the things that we've seen on some of the slow motion tapes is that in these side impact crashes, quite often the driver and the passenger collide. And of course, that's at very high speed, and that also leads to many of the fatalities. So it's a real, violent reminder of that moment of an impact that we want to protect ourselves from. And this particular airbag, it uses it's a patented tubular design to build the strength up from when the air comes into it, as well as it's designed to stay inflated for longer than some of the other airbags. So again, it's all that idea of having as many pillows if you can, wrapping you up and kind of cocooning you in that moment of an impact.
Thanks for sharing this new technology with us. I know it's going to go on to save a lot of lives. Thanks for what you guys are doing at GM. And again, thanks for talking to me in the comfortable, cozy corner.
Thanks. I'm going to go back to sleep now.
When it comes to your health, if you want to learn more about our Health Beat segment, simply log on to our Get Connected website at contv.com. We'll be right back. Why? Because we love keeping you in the know. Thank you so much for watching. Are you tired of negative news? We are.
And that's why we're creating a movement.
By keeping it real.
With what you need to know.
It's more than what's happening.
It's bringing hope back to our lives.
So go to contv.com and join our movement.